Hello, welcome to Inside Line Racing and to the ILR1 Brazilian Grand Prix here in the PS4 tier. You can see it's raining here and we've got some quality times coming in. I'm your commentator Owen White. With me is Mark or Gaming Alamonda. Good evening.
Hey Owen, thanks for having me.
And yeah, quality's underway. As you can see it's raining. That's interesting to say the least. So I wonder how everyone's laps are going to go.
Yeah, well, it started dry at the beginning of the session, but yeah, rain straight away, so everyone made a dash out for the pit lane, so these could be the fastest times we're going to get in this session.
Possibly, yeah. I see people like Brady he's on the softs already. That's pretty impressive to see him up there in the top 10. That could really bode well for his start. There's only three more people, sorry, not to set a lap. Two of them out on track at the moment, Lickle and Button, so we'll follow them around. Lickle furthest ahead on track. So yeah, this will be quite an interesting session to see how this pans out in the end.
Yeah, and unless he's changed his name or something, is the championship leader not racing tonight?
Well, especially so close to the end of the season, that could be really costly, couldn't it? Heading towards Abu Dhabi. Only 2 races to go. And yeah, I don't see him here.
Yeah, especially as his closest challenger, who's currently 6 points behind in the championship standings, Michael, is currently in P2, and given that the rain's falling slightly harder, I think this could be our grid already. Well,
here comes Button crossing the line now, and the 10.7 is the last place of the current laps, unfortunately for him. 1.7 off the pace. Just fix that please there. And yeah, 9 dead at the top shows that the conditions are quite tricky, because I could probably go a bit quicker than that for ILR1. Just try to see.
It certainly is, but I think these times would be slightly quicker if we hadn't had the rain straight away. But yeah, poor Cliffy, he's the last one out on track, and yeah, he's got no chance of really getting anywhere.
It's probably the best tire to be on for these types of conditions, I guess. When you're sort of changeable conditions, it's better to have the soft on, better working range. So hopefully he can get a good lap in, but the rain, as you say, looks a lot heavier now, doesn't it, than at the start?
Yeah, I'll be impressed if he even gets above Button's time, to be honest.
Yeah, Michael's had enough, he thinks that's it. Unless he binned it, but no, he didn't bin it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously the Constructors' Championship is already well sewn up by the Toro Rosso pairing, so we don't really need to concern ourselves too much about that. I mean, there is a battle for the runners-up, which is quite fierce, between McLaren and Force India. They're both on 216 points each. That's Button and Michael, and Nickelbox and Gran, and then respectively. So I guess that's something. But yeah, Novak and Lewis far too good for the grid in terms of the pairing. So our main concern here, Owen, is just for the championship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Between Lewis and Michael, and you know, one of them isn't here, so it's kind of a shame really that only Michael's here tonight.
Well, I mean, I did the Japan race, and Michael binned it when he was in position to take the championship lead, so I wouldn't give it as a given he's going to take the lead, because he didn't do particularly well last time he had a chance. Oh, Cliffy spins. I think that was more of a sort of giving up spin more than actually. Well, yeah, that's him done.
Well, Cliffy is sort of used to coming from the back of the grid with an alternate strategy and getting big results, so he won't be thinking everything is lost. But yeah, in terms of this session, it's one to forget, that's for sure. I don't know if he's just got a cup of tea at the beginning of qualifying, and that's proven pretty costly, because he's not been able to set anywhere near representative time for himself.
Yeah, well, he's going to start last, so hopefully we'll see him make a good performance from there. But just in the chat, Lickle said that I think Michael's going to have a 10-second penalty for the end of the race. So that's something to keep an eye on, as I'm on board with It's Me, who's absolutely all over the show.
Well, here comes Cliffy with that world record pace of 1 minute 34. I mean, that should be good enough to put him 17th on the grid, and it is.
Yes, and well, he hasn't even got that much fuel left. I don't think he'll be able to run max the whole time. I have to move down to Rich, so he really doesn't have any chance, especially in these conditions, of improving. So as you say, I think we are looking at our grid order. The top two are out. They've given up. That sort of says it all, really.
Yeah, well, if it's a we're not sure if it's a dry or a wet race, but obviously if it's a dry race, the top 10 will start on the tyres they've qualified on, which will be super softs for all of them.
And then there's Brady, actually. He's on 7th place. He's starting on the soft tyres. What a performance that is. You should be very happy with that.
Yeah, that is an interesting call. Brady, and that could really give him a massive strategy advantage if he can avoid any contact at the start of the race.
Car's pulling off now and giving up, and there's Cliffy into the pits, so he ran out of fuel anyway. Nothing was going to happen for him. And yeah, guess you're just sort of waiting for the end now.
Yeah, I mean, except for the person who got pole position, it's not really going to be a qualifying session that lives long in the memory.
Yeah. Then again, it isn't a massive surprise to see Nowak up there. He's a very fast driver as it is, so yeah. The gap though,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
had a couple of...
the gap still
Yeah,
for
the
the top 10.
gaps...
Wow. 5/10.
Yeah, most of those drivers were some of the first across the line in the top 10. So Brady really had a quick thinking decision. That's really put him in a good place. I mean, going back to Nowak, he's had 2 second places from the races he's competed in. So maybe he'll be thinking to go one better in this one.
Well, it's Brazil. There's plenty of stuff that can happen. So yeah, maybe this will be his day. But we only wait. I think everyone's retired now, except for people in the pits, possibly. And they're heading out, I assume, hopefully to retire, if they've got any sense. Only 3 left to retire, sorry. And hopefully we're going to end the session a little bit early and get on with the race.
Yeah, it's not often with 2 minutes to go of the session in a qualifying session you only have 1 car on track, but this is what we got. We've got some TV time for the Force India driver here, but surely he'll just come back in and retire.
And only Force India drivers left, I think, to retire, so get on with it, come on.
Yeah, it's a long race to go for these drivers.
Yeah. What was it? 36 laps, isn't it?
It is indeed.
So, he's actually going to try and go around to do a lap. Maybe the rain's got a little lighter or something, but as I say that, going and just goes, and he's like, okay, just ignore that now. So, we're only waiting for Lickle. And he's gone as well, so that's qualifying.
Yep. Very unusual session there.
Yeah, a bit of an anticlimax, so it always is when you've got changeable conditions like that. It's the most awful situation to be in. But for Nowak, he'd be very happy with that pole position. Pulled by 600ths of a second from Michael, then it's Black Mamba, Charles, Matt, Lickle, Brady on the softs. Oogie. I'm going to go with that. Go in. 9th and ZR Mercedes round out the top 10. All separated by 5/10. So yeah, this should be an interesting race.
Yeah, it's mixed up the grid a little bit, although quite a lot of the top 10 are up there in the table, in the top 5, so it's not as mixed up as it might have been. And
it's dry by the looks of it for the race start.
Yeah, nice overcast conditions at Interlagos. So turn 1 very tricky here, isn't it? Because it's a sort of downhill sort of left-hander. So I know you won here on Thursday, so you know well that it's a very tricky turn 1.
Oh yeah, especially when you've got other cars trying to make overtake, and it makes such a massive concertina. Especially when it goes from left straight to right very quickly, it leads to a lot of contact. You're almost better just staying well away from it. So be interesting to see how people approach it. 19 viewers in the stream, so good evening. Hope you're looking forward to the race, and by the looks of it, it's going to be a pretty good one. Get the tyres up, see what everybody's going to be starting on. Man, yeah, that's sort of as expected. Top 10 except for Brady, all on the supers, and Brady then, and then also 11th down to 17th, they're on softs. So no medium tyres being used.
Yeah, they're not. The mediums are not a particularly good tyre to start on. They're much better as a secondary tyre here.
To be honest, the tyres really don't even need to be used. I guess if you're going to go for a one-stop, they are a good option, but I mean, it's probably better to go for the aggressive two-stop. It's just about as quick, and you make plenty of time off it. So maybe we'll see what everyone down from 11th will do, including Brady as well. Maybe they'll try that one-stop, but I imagine most people are going to want to do that two-stop. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works.
I think those on the softs will definitely be looking to do a one-stop if they can. But I think, I think a one-stop from super softs to medium is possible, as long as they don't battle too hard.
Possibly. But if we get anywhere near the crazy trains we got on the ILR3, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that was a spectacular race. I really enjoyed watching that one. There were so many battles at the front and in the midfield. Hopefully we'll get something similar here at IndyILR.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Anyway, that wasn't a very long formation lap. Nowak wanted to get on with it, and he's already arrived at the grid. And hopefully
he'll be sitting there. He'll be sitting there some time waiting for the grid to form up.
Yeah, Cliffy's miles behind actually. He's taking his time with his formation lap for some reason. So yes. Also, the game says he's on max fuel mix, which is not possible. So, Cody's, what are you doing? Cliffy is clearly cheating. Everyone's cheating. Everyone's on max fuel mix.
Wouldn't pay too much attention to that.
Yes. Anyway, the lights are on here in Interlagos. Nowak on pole. Lights out and away we go. And it looked like a pretty decent start from the front row. And basically everyone getting off the line quite well. Few overtakes being made, some free abreast into turn 1. But mostly it looks to be a clean start. And there's Michael going right around the outside. There's an incident with a Force India.
We got big contact at the back. We got both Force Indias off. One of the Red Bulls, one of the Ferraris. There was contact between the Williams and the Force India. But yeah, we got multiple wing damages. So expect some pit stops at the end of lap 1.
Cliffy already up to 11th place. What a start from him. But Nowak lost the lead momentarily. We just missed how he got it back, but Michael definitely giving him a proper fight at the start of this race. And looks like the top 5 all sort of held position there. So what a crazy start.
Yeah, top 5 looking pretty strong already. Although don't discount Brady. He gained a place from that first few sectors. So he's in terms of the strategy, he's in the prime seat right now. If he can keep this sort of pace going, just keep a watching brief for the top 5, he could really be a favourite to win this race later on. But it's a long way to go.
Absolutely. And Cliffy's made another place. He's up to 10th. But look at Michael. He's only 2 tenths behind. Surely he must be fancying his chances in towards turn 1. Looking to the outside, not going to make that one work. But he definitely looks to be the more aggressive off the start, and he's got a really nice exit out of turn 2. Which will carry through to turn 3. He could make a move down towards turn 4.
Yeah, it was a really bad exit by Nowak out of the centre S's, but he just about defends it.
They're definitely under lots of pressure, and Black Mamba is right there as well, ready to pounce if anything goes wrong with these two. And side by side they go again. Michael showing Nowak that he's got plenty of lines he can use to try and pass. But for the moment, he's not going to take any risks, so he's definitely showing he's there.
Yeah, just to mention, Ugi Azim and Lickle had to pit for replacement wings, and they're on the soft and medium tyres respectively. So Lickle trying to go deep into the race, but they'll both probably have to stop again.
Yeah, mediums for Lickle. He should be able to probably go towards a super soft by the end of the race. Azim might go for 2 softs, potentially. But back with a fight for the lead, and look at Michael. He's got such a good run this time. He wanted to look for the inside, decided against it, and looks for the exit potentially from the center S's again. We knew he was good from there last time. There's DRS this time round. Might be a little bit easier for him if he can get a good run. And as he heads down the back straight towards turn 4, he's closing, but it's just not enough to pose a challenge at the moment.
Yep, so Cliffy in 10th, he's on the back of Bugatti now in the battle for 9th. It's sort of two groups really, the top 6 and then 7th down to 10th, and then there's a further gap to Jack Lacey and It's Me in 11th and 12th. So there's sort of like 3 groups out there, and then Shimasi, Ugi, Azim and Liquid have had wing changes. They're a long way behind at the back.
Yeah, so I should say it was mostly clean for most of the field. I want to know what happened between them two Force Indians though. I saw one of them spinning off. I don't know if that was through contact or whatever, but apart from sort of them two, it seems rather clean. And this train, I mean, Matt is sort of getting close towards the back of Charles. This could honestly become just a 10-car train at this rate, and that'll be quite the image. It's no excess of fast as that, but he's hitting back at his rival by showing he's got the pace.
Yeah, just going back to that, I've just had a look back at the Turn 1 incident. So what happens is the Sauber of Matt makes contacts with Lico, I believe, which then spins Lico around, and then he collects Ugi's Williams, and then that creates a big incident where we have a Red Bull going off and also a Ferrari, which was Shimasi, so he got damaged as well. So it was basically contact between the Sauber of Matt and the Force India of Lico, which caused, you know, all of that incident. It didn't look like a racing incident to me.
Fair enough. Cliffy made a move there on Bugatti, as you were talking about. Now he's up to P9 now from 17th on the grid. What a race he's already having already.
I know, yeah. Well, Cliffy's a bit of a specialist at coming from the back of the grid and getting good results, as I mentioned earlier. So, again, he's on the soft tyre just like Brady, and he's, you know, oh, and yeah, we have a retirement.
How's he got it? He must have spun off the axle of the hairpin just before the dive, and he's hit the wall pretty hard.
Yeah, between turn 10 and 11, he's lost it there, and yeah, unusual place to have an accident. Must maybe make contact with someone, but that's our first retirement in the race.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't leave the session. I hope they actually know the rules, unlike ILR2. We always leave and lose our slipstream. Hopefully he can just sit back and watch. So I'll keep an eye on that, because it irritates me every time someone does it.
Yeah, here's hoping Code Miles will actually wake up and remove a glitch that's been in the game for 3 years now.
Yes, fingers crossed.
One can hope.
I was watching Charles there. He's sort of been looking at posing a challenge to Black Mamba. He was getting quite close towards 2/10 at some points, so maybe he could be looking at that podium soon. But
yeah, Charles looks quicker than Black, but the problem is Black keeps getting DRS of Michael, so it's making it really difficult for Charles to actually challenge him for 3rd place.
But like I say, this is very reminiscent of the ILR free trade. When one person goes for a move, it absolutely changes everything throughout the field, because one person goes for a move, it closes everyone else up, and it causes havoc. So let's see who goes for a move first. But this is definitely very similar to the start of the ILR free race. And plenty of close battles, like I say. Looks like Nowek's starting to pull away in the lead, actually, so he's got his act together, and it looks like Black Mamba all of a sudden is the one posing the challenge on Michael.
Yeah, well, I think those super soft tyres are starting to go off already for some of the drivers, so they won't be pitting yet, I don't think. Maybe after lap 10, I would imagine.
Yellow's in sector 3, could be for Shimasi, and it is. He broke his front line.
Again, yeah, it's been a nightmare for the Ferrari drivers so far.
Yeah, he's going to keep going though, so he hasn't given up yet. And Michael's well out of DRS range now, 1.1 seconds behind Nowek. Black Mamba will be relishing the challenge now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy though, the top 9 are separated by less than 6 seconds from Nowek to Cliffy, so it is a close race so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Brady is doing a really decent job. He's still pressurising Matt. We'll have an eye on that as well. In fact, I'll probably look at that now, because it doesn't look like there's going to be any moves made at the moment for 2nd place. And yeah, Brady doing really well on them softs, clearly showing a sort of grip at the moment. Shimasi gets a penalty, so maybe slightly giving up, but we'll see. And yeah, looks like Brady's got a fantastic run on Matt now, but he's not going to go for a move at the moment. But yeah, plenty of battles brewing, as well as Button as well in ZR Mercedes. So
yeah, just having. Yeah, Matt in the Sauber is beginning to struggle a little bit. He's dropped back out of DRS range of Charles ahead, so sort of a mini train now. Brady, Mercedes, Button, and Clippy behind him. So I think Matt could be swamped soon by a few cars if he doesn't get his act together. He's particularly struggling with the opening set of corners at the centre S's. He's picked up a time penalty earlier there. So I think Brady, with the the better tyres now, if the Supersofts go off, will be challenging for 5th very shortly.
Yeah, I could even do it up the straight. Michael back into DRS range, top 4 all in DRS of each other. And then, like I say, Matt, who really is losing a lot of place, or losing pace, should say, is really looking like it's going to get overtaken here. On board with Brady. And he is really closing. Will he go for the inside? He is. Down towards turn 1. Does he get the move done on Matt? Very easily, he does get it done. So up to P5 goes VSR Brady. And now he can try and challenge Charles by hopefully getting down the road. ZR Mercedes as well, looking at the back of Matt too. And he's not quite close enough to make a move there.
Yeah, definitely not close enough. But yeah, no, it was a really well executed overtake by Brady, and yeah, he's putting those softs to really good effects. Whether Matt can come back at him, but I'm not sure. I suspect Matt may be the first of the Supersoft runners in the top 10 to pit, judging by the way he's struggled.
Well, I mean, the undercut is so powerful on this track. It's mad. Like, you gain about 2 seconds a lap. And that's massive. On a train like this, you can gain so many positions by pitting early. So, maybe it could work to his advantage. Lap 9, lap 10, that's probably when you're expecting to see the first sort of stops, I guess, in this race. But we'll see.
Yeah, Brady actually got a poor exit out of the end of sector 2 at turn 12, so might give Matt half a sniff to come back at him. He's in DRS range.
Oh, yellows again in sector 3. That could be earlier on the sector. There's a car off, and it looks like Shimasi again.
Ooh. Button trying to make a move on Mercedes, and he's really compromised his efforts, and that could allow Clippy to come at Button.
He's closing, but once again the DRS of Button just keeping him ahead there. Although he's went wide again there. Clippy could have another chance, but not quite close enough to make any advantage. And Shimasi is finally out of the race, and he's retired in the pit, so he's done nothing wrong there. And Frisky and It's Me having a fight here for 12th. And they're getting quite close.
Now, and you mentioned earlier that Black was sort of just keeping in DRS range of Michael to sort of keep out of Charles. Well, that's no longer the case, so I think Charles is about to get over. Oh, wow! And Charles goes off. Huge moment there. Wow, that was scary. He saved it.
He might pit because of that. I think that'll scare him just about enough to pit. And Brady,
he's got grass on his tyres.
Brady surely's going to gain a position anyway. He hasn't even pitted Charles, but Brady's going to go for the move anyway. Look at his closing speed as he heads up towards turn 1. VSR Brady on the soft tyres is side by side trying to go for 4th place. Gonna go for the we'll switch around the exit there. And I was wondering what happened there.
Black are pitted.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder how that's happened, but anyway, sorry, I'm not even paying attention. More focus on this. As Brady, can he get past? He knows this is his basically only chance.
Still side by side.
He knows this is his only sort of chance to do it until Charles gets back to grip, and he just can't do it around the outside there. And maybe a missed opportunity there for Brady to get past in the fight for what is now 3rd place.
Yeah, with fair play to Charles, he recovered from that incident he had the previous lap, and he managed to hold Brady off despite having much less fresh tyres than him. So it was a good battle between the 2 VSR drivers.
Yeah, they kept it clean as well. That's always good to see. And just looking at the gap at the top, it's 5 tenths between Noah and Michael. So that's certainly not a done deal, that fight, but it's 4.2 seconds from that now down to Charles. So who now pits, and that releases Brady. So does ZR Mercedes. And he's got a penalty.
Oh no.
And
Cliffy, he has to pit again.
Sorry, Cliffy's made a move there as well on Button, making it work into turn 1. Although DRS surely will become a factor for Button as he tries to get back past. He's got a great run down the back straight. He's going to go for turn 4.
Oh,
and
little gap.
That's a risky move, but I think he's made it work. And if he has, that's a fantastic move. Brilliant stuff there from Button. Going on the grass and not giving up and still going for the move.
Oh, he did his the real Button prowl with that brave manoeuvre. I didn't think there was a gap, but he just enough found it. I think Cliffy just about gave him space. So good racing in all.
Meanwhile, in the fight for the lead, I wonder if these two are going to pit on this lap. Their pit window opens on lap 10 and closes on lap 13, so it'll be sometime soon. And you'd imagine they'll probably go in together, to be honest, or maybe do the opposites to each other. I'll just say that. No, that's interesting. Clearly still didn't have enough grip, although you can see the front tyres for Michael, they are shot to bits, as well as the rear, just nothing left on both of them. So Cliffy's back past Button, still side by side these two. They just don't stop, and Button once again might try his DRS trick and get back past. Will Cliffy be able to better defend this time? Gonna have to go on the outside this time. Better from Cliffy in terms of defending, and I don't think he'll get that done now. Button, Cliffy is through, and he's gonna keep it this time.
Yeah, Cliffy's got to try and put together a really good sector 2, sector 3, so he can get out DRS range if he can. Black and Matthew pitted earlier, they're making their way back through the field, but that mistake by Charles has proven really costly. He's dropped significantly behind Matt, but he's trying to recover there now on the fresh tyres.
Yeah, but look at these two at the front. I mean, they're sliding about all over the place, but they're still super close to each other. Could there be any form of overtake made, or will it be time for pit stops? We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a bit dark out there, so I don't know if they're looking for rain. Maybe it'll be overcast whole race, but
Michael's in.
He is in indeed, but where's he going to end up in terms of traffic? Because it's really tight for the traffic, and if he gets caught up in traffic, nowhere, may be able to pit and cover him off and prevent the undercut.
Even with traffic, I had traffic in my race, and it held me up for about half the lap, but I still was ahead by about a second and a half that the car was trying to undercut. So I mean, even if they do get traffic, it's that powerful around this track. I don't think it will affect them, and it looks like a one stop then for Michael, because he's on the mediums.
Well, Black has made the undercut work because he's actually got ahead of the McLaren driver, Michael, so he set the fastest lap as we just saw, so good work from Black, but I think Black will have to pit again. And Michael, well, he's gone for the ambitious one-stop strategy, so he's going to have to do a lot of tyre saving, but that is the strategy he's going for, so how will Noek respond to that?
No, we're about to find out. He's 1.2 seconds off his best for second sector on this lap, so I mean, he really does need to pit because his tyres seem totally dead, and it will hand the lead to Brady for a while, who I assume will also be doing the one stop. But anyway, Nowak into the pits, keeps him in the speed limit, and
Brady pits.
Brady as well. Wow, that's surprising.
So Cliffy takes the lead for the time being, anyway.
Well. And it's medium tyres for Nowak as well as Brady.
I think Black will get him in terms of the undercut, and maybe a few other cars. But what about?
Oh, he's got
Michael.
miles.
Where's he going to end up?
Oh, Michael's having a fight.
Battling Matt. Yeah. Well, Matt's got the quicker tyres at the moment.
Oh, there's Nowak. Oh, that's gonna be close. Oh, free abreast. Wow. Wow. Have they not crashed? And Michael side by side with Nowak. What a move!
And he's got ahead of Nowak. Unbelievable stuff. Matt was forced off out of turn 4 and 5. But man, that was an insane moment in this race.
Oh, I can't believe it didn't crash. That was super driving from all three of them there. And Michael deserving that position, absolutely. But now he has to try and catch up to Black Mamba, who's in the net lead of this race.
Yeah, but it's those who went on the softs. I mean, Clippy pits then. So the softs not lasting as long as we thought they would. They're only going to like lap 15. So medium runners seem to be going on to, just the simple soft to medium strategy, which, is still a good strategy because there's not much performance difference between the mediums and softs when you go deeper into the race. But yeah, Clippy, well, I don't know where he's going to be exactly.
Nowak had a big slide for turn 1, and Matt, who didn't have much pace earlier, could be really on the path to take a net sort of podium spot here if he's careful. Although he actually is sort of a net third already, isn't he? Just looking at it. So yeah,
and don't forget Charles. It was a poor exit from turn 4 by Matt. Now Charles is trying to get back past Matt. They had a decent battle earlier on in the race. Oh,
almost contact as Nowak goes wide again. He's not enjoying them medium tyres. And a move at the inside. Wow, that's a proper dive bomb there. I'm sure Matt didn't see that one coming. He didn't even have any chance to defend it, but Charles didn't quite make it work. And yeah, Charles wants that position.
Yeah, turn 8 is not typically an overtaking place. Turn 10, which is a very similar right-hander corner, that's more of a realistic overtaking place. I don't think Charles fully committed to that move. He wasn't quite close enough. He was just letting Matt know he was there, to be honest.
Oh my, 3-car fight here with Brady. It's me and Cliffy. And look at these, they're all so close.
Oh, Cliffy, oh, this could end in tears. They're almost 3 wide.
This really could. Cliffy, can he get past the 2 of them in one turn? Right outside tries Cliffy, and that would be a fantastic move. He can make it work, which he has.
Oh, what a move! What a move by Cliffy! Sensational stuff from the Red Bull driver.
Still DRS though for Brady. He might get the position back. He's got a fantastic run, but he's not quite made it work there. Cliffy, fantastic overtake there, and up to 7th.
Yeah, and he's looking good. I mean, Mercedes, Charles, and Matt, they'll probably have to pit again. So he's looking good for 4th at least. And well, actually,
even
Black's going to have to pit again as well.
Could it be a
podium?
podium?
So he's looking good for a podium.
That'd be some podium.
Yeah, especially as Brady picked up a time penalty, so he's got 3 seconds.
I mean, starting last, if he's on the podium, that'd be fantastic for him. As Button and Frisky have a fight there. As Frisky actually goes off to Narnia there on the accident of the dive, so he's not going to be able to get that one got back.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out for him just there.
Yeah. Still, Charles and Noack still trying to make moves up there. Charles, I mean, they're all sort of going for it. Charles are looking so aggressive.
Yeah. Charles is trying to make amends for that mistake earlier in the race, but yeah, he's just through the court in the DRS of Matt at the moment. Yeah, I think the soft runners, they're just, all this battling, they're just more and more playing themselves out of contention for a podium right now. Unless, of course, those mediums, especially if some of these medium runs battle, they could still
There's
go
Charles
back
again.
into 2 stops.
Sorry, just to interrupt you. Charles is going for it again. A little bit of contact on. No. Was that Matt's? I swear I saw some front wind flying there. Either it respawned quicker than ever, or I just don't know what front wind damage looks like.
Charles dives down again.
Still having contact. Wow. Charles really wants this position, doesn't he? But it's not going to get it, I don't think. Ooh, down the inside. Matt doesn't quite get it yet, but I think front left end
Matt will
plate.
get DRS.
Going for it. I think Charles's front left end plate's broken. Just as Matt tries to go round the outside again. That'd be some move, and there's contact again.
Oh no.
Oh, Noack's passed. Noack's got past. They're side by side. And who's going to get this? Michael and Noack. These two have been going for it the whole race. And Michael, just a bite, keeps it, but Noack, I thought he had it there for a second.
Yeah, I mean, the straight line speed of that McLaren was very unrealistic in that it was insanely quick. So, good recovery from Michael there. He lost the place at Center S's, but again, the second DRS zone, it's one thing overtaking at turn 1, but then defending it at the next DRS zone is always very difficult around Brazil.
Absolutely, it's one of the. It's like Abu Dhabi as well, where you got the DRS straight, then the chicane, and another DRS. It's just one of them. It's very hard to keep it once you've got it at the first stage. And Zara Mercedes, in all this fighting between Charles and Matt, he's caught right up to everything. And he's now looking at a move on Matt soon, as Noack closes again on Michael.
Yeah, and it's also brought Cliffy and Brady right into play as well.
Noack going for the move. He's looking on the inside again. Can he get this one done? He's ahead now, but we'll see how the DRS works for Michael.
He's got to defend the inside. He's got to defend the inside. He's got to go straight there.
Yeah, he's done that, but I still think he's going to be able to hold it, will he? Unless
he's
he's
got to go late on the brakes. He's got a chance this time.
Yeah, Noack, I think he keeps that one. I don't see Michael going for a move anywhere else. Noack up to the net lead then of this race when Black Mamba presumably has to pit again. But Michael, what an exit almost made that work. It was a little tiny gap, but he just couldn't get into it, unfortunately. So Noack up to the net lead.
Yeah, well, Cliffy's not had to work those mediums as hard
Oh,
as
Michael's
Novak
going
and
for it
Michael.
again. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
It's alright.
Ooh, Michael, he went for it again there. It's hard to predict what he's going to do next, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he's going to have... His straight line speed looks superior to Novak's, judging by what we see. So, but actually, to be fair, a bit of wheel spin from Michael, so that gives Novak a chance to sort of scamper away slightly up the road. But DRS activated now.
All of this helps Charles, Matt and ZR Mercedes to catch right up to this. This is going to become a 5-car fight pretty soon if they still go for it. And Michael again looking on the inside. Will he get his second bite of the cherry now and actually make it work into turn 4? He has to get that inside line early. And as you can see, he's got it. He might well have a chance of getting it, but there's a little bit of lag, unfortunately.
Yeah, Novak's lagging a bit. Oh, he's hit the back of him. He's spinning it. The McLaren's spinning, and he's collected the Sauber.
That's a really bad...
Williams.
Oh, look at Cliffy!
Oh, Cliffy.
Cliffy's just stuck his nose in there. Oh, wow. Novak gets a penalty. And look at Cliffy. He's got it on. He's down the middle of the tail. Can he make this one work? Oh, wow. He gets a penalty.
Cliffy picks up a penalty, but he won't care, to be honest. This is insane.
Look at this. 6-car fight happening right now. 6-car fight is still going for it. Cliffy looks up the inside. Can he get past Michael and get, well, it could still be a net lead if he can close in to Novak potentially soon. I mean, I don't know what Novak's damage could be from that, but I mean, this is certainly looking at a net second if he can get it done. From last place on the grid, here comes Cliffy. He's got a fantastic run of Michael. Can he try and run the outside into turn 1? It'd be some fantastic move if he can do it. Run the outside on Michael. He's done it. Cliffy up into 3rd place, which will become 2nd when Black Mamba pits.
Oh, not a great exit from the centre S's though.
Yeah.
Michael's going to come back at him. Watch out for the cars behind.
This has just come alive. I'm looking at Matt as well. Cliffy keeps the place, and now it's all sort of tied for Matt. Can he make anything work? As Michael still wants to try and go for it. No way can he try it around the outside here. It'll be some move if he can. And, well, there's a chance at the inside if he can make it work, but Cliffy saw that one coming. There's a really big dive fall. Really big dive fall. This has just come alive. Novak's 5 seconds down the road.
Yeah, this is all playing into Novak's hands. I said earlier he's had 2 second places. He's looking for his first win, and this is looking good for the Toro Rosso driver right now.
Absolutely. I mean, we need a break on that. What a crazy sequence of corners that was on that last lap. As I said, when one driver goes for it, when it goes wrong for someone, it just, everyone concentrates and it just goes crazy. Michael still has DRS on Cliffy, but he's not going to be able to make any moves into turn 1. And probably not down to turn 4 either. It's all about Matt now. Can Matt sort of get into this fight, or will it be Brady or ZR Mercedes or any of them?
Yeah, well, we haven't talked about Brady much, but he's just quietly gone about his business, and he's now looking to move up to what would be a net 5th position, maybe even a net 4th. If I mean, I'm sure Black's going to have to pit again, because I just don't think he's going to be able to take those softs that far. He's been on them a long time already. Yeah,
I don't think they'll get to the end. Move there for a button. Can he get it done on ZR? Mercedes run the outside. Oh, he thought about it. He definitely thought about it. Didn't go for it there. Might go down the inside, but ZR actually, if anything, he went for me, but didn't quite work out for him either.
Yeah, that was sensible by Button. There wasn't really a gap to go for. Yeah, Matt is under massive threat now from Brady. He has wing damage, I think. I think he's missing an end plate on the right side. He's
looking at the pits. He's pitted, so he's backed out of that. Brady gets out of position, as does ZR Mercedes and Button, I'm sure, more as they head down the field.
Yeah, I'll just see if Matt's got wing damage. I think he does.
I don't think he did. I didn't see anything on my screen. We'll see what he does in the pits. Has he changed the front wing? No,
he hasn't. It's another pair of softs, so he's going to be very quick at the end.
Oh, he could have went on the supers though.
Button and Mercedes going at it.
Oh, Mercedes is off to Narnia. He's returned there. And yeah, just I was saying, Matt, he could have went onto the supers as Charles gets a penalty. That's could affect him quite badly. But yeah, he could have made supers work. But we'll see. I'm sure everyone else in the softs will go on to the supers eventually. And yeah, people in the chat are also saying you should have went super soft. So yeah, Matt, probably not the best strategy call from his side of the
Yeah,
garage.
I think super falls are in range from there, just
Yeah.
about. So I think you should have gone for that, just to try something different.
I think I was able to take. I think I did my super soft run about the same length as well. So I mean, it didn't even wear that badly. So it was. Yeah, I think it is quite possible for him to do that. But anyway, he didn't. Anyway, Zeta Mercedes. Just looking at him, he's still looking close. So he didn't have a very good center S at getting past button. He really should be trying to, especially since he's on a better tire. But yeah, we'll see how that one pans out.
I'm just looking at the fastest laps of the race. There is really little to choose between the top 6. I mean, maybe, you know, not even a 10th if you have a look. It's like crazy how close it is.
Well, fastest laps. Oh my. Yeah. Flipping heck. And then there's Lickle who's just put that banger in. But yeah, very competitive at the top. I mean, well, actually, I would say that, but then again, there's 2 or 3 people that are in the 10s and then early in the 11s, so I don't know. I guess it sort of shows how much they've been fighting. But Michael is sort of closing back up to Cliffy again, isn't he? He's only 5 tenths away.
He is, yeah. I think he's just sort of had to take a deep breath and just sort of, you know, reset because there was so much battling going on. He was being attacked by people left, right, and centre, and he had that sort of half spin at turn 4. But now he's just sort of regained his composure. Now he's beginning to put down a marker on Clippy. You know, his title rival's not here, so he's got to try and get as many points as he can, so he can be as far ahead as he can for the season finale at Abu Dhabi.
Well, I wonder how far behind he is. I wonder if he can actually sit the lead as a result. Okay, well, he will easily sit the lead in the championship. I think by 6 points if he finishes where he is now. And I think he's 6 points behind, if I recall.
Yeah, 6 points behind, so it would be 12 points for 4th place.
So he gets that 6 point advantage.
Ahead. But that's probably not as much as you would have liked, to be honest. 6 points is nothing really.
Well, he was in the hunt for the lead there a while ago. Now Nowak is miles away, isn't he? Just looking at a fight for 14th there. Lickle is flying right now, but it looks like he is down just for 14th, which is a really handy point.
Black is losing a ton of time. I think he'll be pitting soon.
Yep, it's probably about this lap, and it is this lap. He pits probably a bit later than he could have done, to be honest with you, but he's in now. So Nowak assumes the lead again, and yeah, I'm assuming he's going to the end, along with Clippy, Michael, Brady.
Surely super softs for the Haas driver, has to be.
Yeah,
it is.
Zeta Mercedes, I assume he's going to do the same thing as Michael gets a penalty. We'll see. I mean, Black Mamba could still win this race, and there's that penalty being taken for ZR Mercedes as well.
Yeah, don't forget Michael's got 10 seconds. Don't forget that.
Oh yes, of course. Totally forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah, so Michael's got 10 seconds added to his penalty, and
so as long as he's 6 for higher, which he isn't going to get right now, then he needs to get that gap up. Well, let's move to the lead.
He's got any other penalties?
Oh, Black Mamba!
He has got.
Sorry, he made a move there on Golden and. So yeah.
Gonanen, I think it's the best way to say it.
Yeah, I'm not very good with names like this. They confuse me. But yeah,
it's 1.8 seconds from Bugatti. Bugatti himself 6 seconds behind Button. So podium is possible, but he's going to have to be lapping like at least 1.5 seconds a lap faster than the medium runs ahead of him, and overtake them quickly.
Well, he's got 10 laps to go, 16.6 seconds to make up. These tyres are supremely quick. He'll be setting fastest laps, I imagine. Podium is possible, yeah. And Michael's right up to the back of Cliffy again. That's down to 2 tenths there into turn 4, so he's still got the pace. Keep an eye on that. But really, I'm going to be watching Black Mamba right now. He'll be the quickest man on the track.
Yeah, with the penalty at the moment, Michael would be finishing in 6th. So
many more people have penalties around him, like. But then again, Black Mamba could really put a spanner in the works for that one.
Yeah, Brady has penalties. Button definitely has a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which will be added at the end of the race. Bugatti, I don't think he has any, actually. But yeah, Black has already rapidly caught Bugatti, so this is going to be an easy pass, I think.
He wants to wait till DRS. He doesn't want to make any stupid mistakes. He's already gained a second on the leaders in this lap alone. So once he gets DRS and all that, I'm sure it'll go down miles. So
Will
yeah.
Bugatti defend it? Yeah, he's trying to, but the grip that the super softs are going to offer into turn 1. Oh, look at that fast lap. 1:10.309.
He's pushing. He's doing a good job. And next car is Button. He'll have to wait a few laps to get there. But once he does, there's a good chance to be on the podium, I think. Along with, I imagine, Nowak and Cliffy. So I think if I'm going to predict the order now, it'd be Nowak, Cliffy, and possibly Black Mamba. Now, Nowak, I sort of expect him to be on the podium. I haven't been on pole, but it's Cliffy from last, and then Black Mamba somehow regaining his third place, even though he's been on a completely different strategy. I mean, yeah, it's some race result.
Yeah. It's just been an outstanding race from Cliffy. I mean, unbelievable drive from the back of the grid, and he's just shown such, with all the crazy battles going on, the poise he's shown just to pick his spots. It's just been absolutely incredible to avoid any sort of damage, because there's been so many close calls out there.
I mean, especially going down the middle of two cars into, what was it, turn 6, the long sweeping right-hander. It's such a difficult move to make work, and he made it so well. That was his pivotal moment of the race there, and he made it work superbly. So yeah, fully deserves a set right now.
I tell you what, the pace Black's going, still got half a chance of getting on the. Well, to be fair, Button is 5.2 seconds behind Brady, so I think he'll run out of laps. I think, but I think Button doesn't have a prayer of holding on to 5th, even with the penalties he already has.
Charles has spinned it quite badly into turn 1. I wonder if he hit his teammate. It was quite close to him. Doesn't have to be any damage, but Charles is into an area of the track which you normally aren't allowed on. Actually, it would teleport you back into the track, I believe, that area.
Oh. Well, I guess the good news for Charles is it looks like he's very close to a catering tent, so you can have a nice cold beer to commiserate very quickly when he gets out of the car.
You can have a bun or something.
Exactly.
Oh, Button's been off. On board with Black Mamba, I just saw Button did what Pagani did in the ILR3 race, when he just down the dive, they call it. You just hit the inside curb and it just spins you around, and that's exactly what Button just did there, I imagine. Black Mamba up to 5th. Yeah. Overtake he didn't have to make. Very useful for him.
Yeah, but he is 7 seconds behind Brady, and they both have penalties, so it's going to be very difficult for him to get 4th. But it's been a good drive from Black, actually, to be fair. Good first stint. But yeah, unfortunately, the 2-stop has been proven to not be the strategy to get onto the podium, it seems. Michael
trying running outside. The turn 6 almost contact with Cliffy there. And I wonder if he's going to look for a dive bomb. As Cliffy defends to the inside, not going to happen there. But yeah, Michael's put the pace up, is going in, gets past Bugatti. I missed that one. I thought he might have had a chance, but then I saw this one coming up. So that's going in and up to 7th. And will Michael get himself up to 2nd? They don't keep it, but I mean, it'd be nice to be there, I guess. And Black Mamba already closed a 2nd on Brady. It could still happen. This could still happen for him.
Yeah, he could be on Michael, maybe on the last lap, but we shall see, because Michael looks like he's gonna once again try and get past Cliffy.
Yeah, really good run. Looks on the inside, but Cliffy broke late enough to prevent that from happening. And could be on the 2nd straight, he gets it done. Not a great exit, but Cliffy didn't have a very good one either. And we'll see. He might just have a chance. Down the inside, Michael. Ooh. Oh, awful camera angle, but he's got through. Nice move. Cliffy knew he didn't have to fight that one. I hope he knows he doesn't have to fight that one, because he doesn't want to get into a long fight, because Brady could come in and steal it from the two of them, and all of this helps Black Mamba.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not only has he got the fast tyres, but they're scrapping away, and that makes it almost double the amount of time he'll be able to gain on them. Yeah. 5.4 seconds now. Well, it's like 5 seconds, so I think he's gained like 2 seconds in a lap and a half.
Yeah, he's flying right now. He's absolutely flying. And Michael, he needs to sort of start pulling away. And so does Cliffy to that extent. I mean, they all have to get down the road, or else this man will catch them. Only 5 laps to go at the end of this one, and Black Mamba is on course to possibly even take 2nd place. I mean, this is now on the cards for him. So we'll see how that one works. I mean, 6 tenths, 7 tenths separate the well, second to fourth. So this can get very close very soon.
Yeah, well, the battle for the remaining podium spots is going to the wire, because I think Novak has this unless he drops it, but you know, he can just calmly go about his business. He doesn't even have to push anymore, such as being his ability to stay out of trouble.
Doesn't have any of our fights. This is the only sort of close one at the moment, and this is really, really important one. We've just had battles the whole time. I mean, I haven't seen a race like this for a long time. You know, you have some form of lull in the race, but this just hasn't stopped, has it? It's been brilliant racing.
Really.
And definitely one of the best ILR1 races I've seen in a while. Much better than Japan, the only one I've gone to.
Big lock up by Michael. At the moment, he's not including on-track penalties. He's going to be finishing in 5th, so he'll still be taking the lead of the championship, but probably not by the margin he would have wanted.
Well, I guess as long as he leads it, all he needs to do is beat Lou in the next race and then he's champion, but as you say, he won't be particularly happy, I guess. Nowak is almost 6 seconds clear now, and look at this, is that rain I saw, or is that a visual thing? I don't know. Looks like it was just visual, but I thought I saw rain starting to fall, and that could have been really interesting, but no, it wasn't quite.
I'm having a look, I can't see any.
Yeah, like I say, I thought I saw something. I'll look back on the stream, I might just be, I don't know, stupid. Nah, must have just switched the camera angles really quickly or something. Anyway, yeah, sorry, false alarm, not raining.
We will keep an eye on it, of course. It'll probably be like Hockenheim, it will rain
yeah,
after it's
God,
over.
did you see how heavy it was raining? Like,
yeah,
it was flooding the pit lane.
Black's, well, he's got 3 laps to go after this one, and he's now 3.3 seconds. And actually, from his view, he could see the back of Brady and Cliffy. So he's closing in, and now Brady's challenging Cliffy for the final podium spot.
Yeah, going for it in towards turn 1. I think he's going to get this one quite easily with the way he's closing in. But we know how Cliffy, he can make a good overtake or two if he needs to. But he's, well, hasn't really fought that one too hard. And I think Brady's already too far away from him to fight back. And yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to make the move work again. So at best he's going to get 3rd now, which is I guess what he was looking earlier. I mean, he'll still look at a podium. It'll still be a fantastic podium from starting last. But oh, Black Mamba penalty, that could really ruin his chances there.
Ah, no, yeah, that's probably, well, he's still going to be 4th after penalties though, so still pretty good day's work for him. Brady and Cliffy have the same amount of penalties, so effectively this is the battle for 2nd. With Michael, who's going to be dropping down to 5th.
It's a really decent fight starting for 6th place, because Button is losing massive amount of time after going off. He's just not had any pace. And Matt and Gunnar, who have been having their own sort of fight on their own, they might enter fight for the last 2 laps as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Cliffy, head on to the penultimate lap of this race. Just not looking like he's going to make a move here.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds now. I think Black's going to run out of laps, unfortunately. His pace has been brilliant on those super softs, but just not quite enough.
Here comes Matt on Button. I said I'll keep an eye on this one on Button, who doesn't have any pace. Might not be able to defend this one, and Matt moves up to 6th place. And it's all about seeing whether Golden can get past as well. Although Button has a decent exit on that, he could still get out the inside if he's brave enough, but he's not going to go for that. Matt up to 6th place then, and yeah, I'll keep an eye on how Gunnar does, but I really want to see what Cliffy's up to, because he's
yeah,
still
it's close on track battle. I mean, Matt might be able to get within Michael's 10 seconds if you include the other penalties, so
possibly, yeah. We'll see how that one works out. And Lickle says fast up. I sort of suspected he would do that when he pit onto the supers with about only 2 or 3 attempts at it. So yeah, fastest lap for him. I'm sure he'll take that as some delight.
Nothing more than a consolation prize for Lickle. His race was sort of done at turn 1, really. Gunnar's
got past Button as well, but Cliffy could still do this. Final lap of the race, Cliffy could still get this 2nd place. He needs a really good exit, which he hasn't quite got. Maybe it's time for a dive bomb. Maybe it's time to throw caution to the wind. Black Mamba just over a second away, so any of this fighting could still put Black Mamba into the fight. And yeah, this could be a real last lap showdown between these two.
Yeah, could be. Black might get a run on them on the start-finish straight, but yeah, Novak is heading towards the end of Sector 2, so he's about to win this race.
It's a race that, I mean, he's led some most...
Michael's got a puncher! Rear puncher!
Dramatic end to the race then, he's got to spin off! Is he going to keep it on the track? And there's Black Mamba! Going round the outside of Cliffy! Wow, what a move! Here's Nowak, we just need to see him cross the line first, then we'll go straight back to this. Nowak comes towards the line.
Michael is struggling to get it home, but Novak's about to win the race.
Nowak wins the race. Black Mamba is ahead of Cliffy. Cliffy's still going to try and get round the outside. Is it going to be a photo finish between these two? Cliffy, just about, gets ahead. And here's Michael. He's 5th place. He's all over the track. He just about gets to the line. And Button has been off again. He's got a puncture too. Both McLarens getting punctures on the final lap. Absolute drama here in Brazil. Bugatti up to the points.
And crucially, because of that puncture, Michael is now, with that 10-second penalty, he gets to the end of the race. I believe by my calculations, he'll be dropping down to 7th place.
Oh!
So that costs him even more points.
Little's gone. He's had a crash of It's Me down towards the dive. It's all happening on this final lap, isn't it? Utter drama then to finish this race off.
What a twist to the title race. That could be for Michael.
I mean, that's like the two Ferraris, isn't it, at Britain last year when they both just exploded. That's mad, isn't it?
Someone in the chat said the exact same thing.
I haven't checked the chat.
Yeah.
Hold on, fair enough.
Well, that has really made the Abu Dhabi season finale, if indeed Lewis races, unmissable. Unbelievable.
I actually, Andy better miss that one as well. I really want to see this one live. I want to be here when that happens, because this is going to be such a finale. Nowak then, winner of the race, followed by Brady and Cliffy. Who could have predicted that podium at the start?
Yeah, well, Novak, pole position, brilliant performance from him. Brady, he got into the top 10 on the soft, so he set himself up nicely. But yeah, I mean, surely, without a shadow of a doubt, the driver of the day has to be Cliffy. I mean, I think everyone would agree with that. Back of the grid to 3rd, and he pulled off some great overtakes to boot. Look at the penalties.
This would be quite a nightmare for Jack to try and figure out where all these penalties would put Michael. From what I can see right now, it puts him down in 8th, I think.
Yeah.
Which isn't the end of the world, I guess. He'll be 8th, and he gets 4 points, and that gap's going to be 2 points. Like you say, unmissable Abu Dhabi finale. But yeah.
We'll have to see how the stewards sort out, and we'll get the confirmed standings later on. But yeah, that was just like the race I saw on Thursday, another outstanding inside line racing race. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, ILR2's got a lot to live up to. So yeah, championship fight going on there as well. So yeah, we're going to end the stream now. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed that race, and hope we can commentate as a duo as well at some point again. I really enjoyed that. So
yeah, definitely. We will definitely work together again. Good fun.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and tune in to ILR2 at 7, and I'll see you then with Soup.